Man, these guys talking big topics. Guys like this, allergic to small talk. What's the weather? Achoo! You see the game? Achoo! Miss me, bitch. It's big talk.
Yo,
right. What up? Let's do it. What's going
let's
on,
do it, dude. Not too much. Chilling. How you doing? You sent me some interesting pics earlier. Seems like you've got a crisis on your hands.
Yeah, dude. I'm sure you've been following the news. You've been seeing that there's been quite a bit of rain in California. Have you seen that?
No,
Maybe it's not as big.
Yeah.
I figured that the world was like,
yeah, it's raining in California. Yeah.
So, yeah, my mom has a tendency to get all worked up about weather stuff. So she's been texting us, and she's like, "Oh, Aunt so and so, Uncle so and so is asking you about." Oh, am I not using the right microphone?
Oh no, you are loud and clear. Never mind. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I just couldn't see it. Okay, got it.
Oh, dude, it's there.
Ooh,
it's
sneaky.
there.
Okay.
But good call though. But so yeah, my mom's like, "Oh, family's been asking about you, to make sure you're okay." And then an email went around at work that like FEMA was involved or something. So I was like, "Oh, this is actually a big deal." But
this is all slipped completely under my radar. But
okay, well, but it makes total sense. Like, why would you care about that?
Yeah.
So yeah, that gives you a sense of how abnormal this rainfall is out here. We don't get much rain out here at all.
So what are we talking about? Like cats and dogs,
like nothing.
Sheets? Is it like just
cats.
like regular rain?
This is cats, dude. There's no dogs involved. We got it. There was lightning one time, followed by thunder. One time, dude.
Did you hear a collective gasp throughout the city when the thunder happened?
It was like, ah!
It's the end of the world.
Yeah, everyone freaks out when it rains here. Even when it like sprinkles, everyone freaks out. And so people say that the roads are like have a layer of oil on them. This is what people say. I don't know if it's true.
Like an intentional layer of oil?
No, it's a layer of oil that builds up over time because there is no precipitation to wash it off.
Got it.
So because of that, they say it's a little more slick than usual. So every time it rains, even if it sprinkles, it's like there's accident after accident. It's just chaos, dude. Everyone out here is like retarded.
Bumper cars.
Yeah, literally. And so last week, we got hit again today, but last week.
How long has this been going on?
Dude, it's been a monsoon for a week and a half.
Okay.
It's it's
flooding?
intense. So a ton of flooding. So
okay.
A ton of flooding. And so if you go to weather.com, or if you did when this thing initially hit like a week ago, I think it hit a week ago, and we had like 4 straight days of rain. Okay. And like fairly heavy rain, but like nothing unusual. Like I grew up in Pittsburgh, and we'd get this all the time. Yeah. So yeah, if you go to like weather.com, or if you did, like I said, there would be like 6 warnings, like surf advisory, flash flood warning, high winds, like all the shit,
That's when you get the good waves.
Oh, you got that right. That's when
guys like you and me.
At the waves. Yeah. That's right, exactly. So anyways, across the street, like the house that's behind the house across the street from us, if that makes sense. So like if you look across the street, you see the back of their house. It's on like the next street.
This is that house that you were saying you could like see that one girl's bedroom.
Come on.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
It was a guy.
Kidding, folks. Kidding.
Well, that's on the Patreon. We'll talk about that on the Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, dude, I did actually see like a chick get changed in like a window once. Like it was like out of a movie.
I have too.
Have you really? Dude, it's crazy.
Unintentionally, it was
same here.
It was when I mean, if I was like, it was actually intentionally. No,
I was in a tree with binoculars watching birds. Of course,
this girl I had a crush on. Oddly enough. No, mine was in college. Was when somebody's dad was visiting, and the dad was like, "Hey boys, come look over here." Like it was like one of those
dads are always looking out.
Yeah.
Dads always like hang by the window and kind of pull the blind back, or
standing with the arms crossed on college campuses by the windows, just like, "Hey, something going on out here."
Oh, that's great. Good dad call. But where I saw it, so we don't divulge names on this show, but a mutual acquaintance with a name starting with a B.
Yeah,
I'm sure you can do the math.
Yep.
He and I were driving to this guy's house where we used to record some stuff. And music. Let me make that clear.
Sure.
And we were like pulling down into the cul-de-sac where he lived, and like the house directly straight across, like the curtains were spread and this chick was just getting changed right in the window. And I was like, bro, it was amazing. But
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, really cool. But anyways, back on topic. So anyways,
I'm trying to go. I'm like, I actually have one more example I'd like to share. But yeah, let's keep going.
Do you actually have another one?
I did actually think of one when my wife and I were in Charleston. We were staying downtown, and it was right by, what is that? USC, the Gamecocks. Is that?
Oh yeah,
Charleston,
South Carolina. Yep.
Gamecocks. Yeah. So the hotel we were in was right there, and it was.
Did you see a gamecock, or was it a lady?
It was a hen. So we both saw a game hen. We were like, a quick look. It was We can delete that part. Anyways, go on.
No, it's always nice. I don't think it usually happens to everybody. So when it happened to me, I wasn't even as excited about what I was actually seeing. It was more like, oh, I got to experience that.
It's like, exciting. Oh, that happened. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. It's very cool. But anyway, so if you look across the street, you see the house that is across the street, and then there's like a hill behind their house, and there's another house kind of like up on the hill back there. The back of their house totally just like collapsed. Like they had a deck and stuff like Christ. Over the hill, and it's totally collapsed. And now there's this giant blue tarp that's probably like 100 feet long, just covering the whole area. It's insane, dude. So like, yeah. And so we live in kind of like a hilly area. Like my neighborhood's kind of like up a hill. It's kind of like winding up a hill, but so we're like in some ways not susceptible to flooding, because it just kind of like flashes or goes down to like where it's flat, and that's where it kind of piles up.
Right.
But like, yeah, if you're not positioned well on a hill, there's like mudslide. So the house across the street from us has a pool, and it's like filled with mud. Like there's just all this earth. Like it's pretty wild. So
it's wild to think of not even having the infrastructure to support like rainfall.
Tell me about it, dude. I know. My whole life it rains like every other day, I feel like.
Yeah.
But it just never rains out here, man. And I think so I think like little things can go wrong over like 30 years with your house.
Yeah.
And you just don't even know, because it just never rains. So you don't realize things are wrong, which kind of ties into my story. But
yeah.
Anyway, so earlier today, it started raining again this morning at like 9 a.m. And I'm down in my office, which is disconnected from the house, catching up on some emails. I got I'm cheering for McCuskey. I got him on the side. I got the video.
Hell yeah, dude.
Like, let's go, dude.
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of doing that, and then I get a call, and my wife's like, the roof is leaking. Like the roof is leaking. The roof is leaking. I'm like, fuck, what? What are you talking about? So I run up to the house, and this is one of the pictures you saw. So like we have these 3 like globe lights that go over our island, and one was just filling up with water. I'm like, what the fuck?
That sounds like electrical fire waiting to happen. Dude, almost.
I know, it's terrifying. Yeah. So like I had to go. So I kick into like man mode. I'm like,
yeah, dude.
I got a penis. Like, this is no problem. Dude. Like, come on.
Plug it up with that.
Yeah. It's like, this is built into my DNA. So
yeah.
I run up to the house, I take charge, and or at least I'm like in that mode where like you pull up over on the side of the road because your car broke down, and you kind of like flip up the hood, and you're looking in there, and you're just like, all right. Yeah. All right, you're just kind of like, hands in your hips, like
it's a little hot in there. It's gonna like cool down.
Yeah, you're like touching things. And just like,
your wife must have been so impressed with that.
Oh, dude,
taking a look at it.
She was freaking out, dude. She loved it. I was taking a look at everything, dude. So I took a look at that. I'm kind of like, squinting, looking up at the thing. I'm like, okay. And she's like, "Are you gonna do anything?" Like, yeah, of course. I'm assessing.
Yeah.
I'm evaluating the situation.
Yeah, surveying it.
Formulating a plan. So she's like, "Well, get up on the roof and put a tarp down." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, of course." Like, you got it. And so I grab the ladder. I got my slippers on. It's like pouring out.
It's raining, right? Okay,
it's raining. It's not cats, dogs.
What kind of getup you have on? Raincoat? What are you talking about? And what kind of footwear too? I'm curious on the roof.
Slippers.
Okay.
I'm wearing the same thing I'm wearing right now. So I've got these slippers on here.
Yeah, you're gonna want. He's showing me. I believe they might be UGG slippers. You're gonna want. You're gonna want those on a roof. That seems like the perfect type of traction.
I changed out of my work boots into my slippers to the roofing job.
At least your feet were warm.
Yeah, oh yeah, they were toasty. And so I've got this like old sweatshirt on, I got jeans on. And so I run and I grab the ladder, which is like just tall enough to get me onto the roof.
Mm-hmm.
And so I set it up on the roof, and I'm like, and I climb up there. Getting up there is no problem.
And she's not holding the bottom of the ladder. You're just raw dogging the ladder alone.
I'm raw dogging it, dude.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, I'm raw dogging it. It was a good thing to bring up.
Yeah.
Because she's inside with the baby, so it's like, yeah, makes sense. And so yeah, of course. And so I scurry up onto the roof, and that's where I'm like, that's when I really start my like looking under the hood mode. Because I'm just kind of like standing up there, and I'm like, looking around. And are
you looking for a hole? Like, what are you?
I'm looking for a hole. I'm looking for.
Do you
something.
have like? Do you have any idea like where you are in relation to the light fixture or anything like that?
It took me a minute to figure things out, but
okay.
I eventually made my way over to the right spot.
Yeah.
And all along the way, I'm looking for something. Yeah. Like I'm like something jump out at me and be like, hey, like here's the issue.
What do you got? Shingles up there?
Yeah, there's shingles. Look,
cracks everywhere. Yeah.
Like a fucking roofer.
I used to be a contractor.
All right. Well, shit. I needed you today. Yeah, I know it was. I was up there and I'm looking, and I'm seeing shingles. Like that's it, dude. It's like there's a little bit of rain on the roof and it's raining. I don't see a hole. I don't see like a puddle. I don't see anything. So I find the general kind of area. I throw a tarp down.
Nice.
And then this is where like it gets a little hairy. Because now I have to get back down off the roof, which means like I gotta like kind of like turn my body and like let my legs just kind of dangle off the side of the roof and like I got my slippers. I'm just kind of kicking around trying to find the top of the ladder. At least those are like
full foot slippers and not the kind that like your ankles are sticking out. Like that would have been chaos.
That would have been really bad. But dude, I like had this moment where I was like, dude, I can't die right now. I was like, I got a baby. There's too much on the line.
There's too much. You imagine, like I how am I going to do the show alone? It might help for numbers. But...
That's what I thought. I was like, dude, Patreon subscribers gonna plummet or go up. Who knows? I'm just like, I literally had that thought. Like, I was like, dude, I can't have my wife send me up to the roof and then die. Like and then 8 minutes passes and she's like, where is he?
I guess he just died.
Yeah, she goes outside and I'm just like spread eagle on the deck, just dead.
Yeah, instant death.
Yeah, exactly. And so I'm like, fuck. So I make it down, get back inside, then I like go back out to turn off the fuses. I don't know if you've ever been in a fuse box. It's that's
about the extent of. Yeah, I used to go and I'm like, oh, none of them are like flipped. Let me just go ahead and reset the clocks in the whole house.
Yep,
just kind of like go through shit.
Just fuck everything up, dude.
Yep.
Chaos. So
everything saved on your computer. Hope you have battery.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah,
I'm flipping shit. I end up turning off the Wi-Fi, which wreaks more havoc because we're trying to Google stuff. I mean, it's just a disaster. I finally get the right fuse off. This is a disaster, dude. And so, and then the ladder is soaked at this point. It's outside, so I'm using this stool to try to like take the light down. It's not tall enough.
Indoors at this point.
Indoors. I'm indoors. I'm trying to take this light down that's like filling up with water. Eventually get that down. And so there's just like water coming out of like this little hole in the ceiling and like spreading out on the drywall ceiling. And so it's just like, I don't know what the fuck to do. It's like spreading out and you can see like the paint starting to like fill up with water and shit. Like it's just a disaster.
Yeah.
So that's where I come up with the genius plan to get a little string.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, got a little string. So I pull out my little string that I always carry with me in my pocket.
Yep, your rope.
And my rope.
You are known to carry around a rope with you. Yeah. Exactly. You normally have like a rope, gloves, and a rag handcuffs with you. Yeah.
K-bar knife. And so I'm like, I stick the string in the side. And you saw a picture of this, but for the folks at home, just a little home improvement advice here.
Very impressive.
So
I saw instantly what you were going for, and it was great.
Yeah, you did, which was crazy because it took me like 3 hours to get to that. You were like, "Oh yeah, no problem." But yes, I stuck string into like the hole so that rather than the water kind of like coming out and running along the ceiling and then dripping, it just like grabbed onto the string and straight down in the bucket.
Yeah.
So that's where things stand now. We've got a bucket on our island. It's just filling up with water. It's dripping. I called our contractor. He's like, oh, like every roofer in town's swamped because like the whole city's leaking. So I don't know what's gonna happen, dude.
Yeah, shit, man. And is that was recently redone, right?
Yes, I'm glad you brought that up. So I think they wrapped up contract or like all the renovate. Like we blew out the whole house. We renovated the whole thing.
I remember.
Yeah, and it was like I think 7 or 8 months ago is when we finally finished. And so it's all like brand new renovation, which is like another thing my wife and I are saying, like, you fucked this up.
I know that's kind of where I was. That's where I was going with that. I'm like, okay, like, yeah, the whole city's underwater, but like my house in particular, the one that you just finished work on, is also underwater right now. But
exactly. So that's annoying, but we're just like, whatever. Like, we just got to.
Did you raise your voice at him?
Oh, I raised my voice.
You put your wife on the line to start yelling?
Yeah, if anyone needs to do yelling, I kind of just slink away and I hand off the phone. Really? Your wife, does she lay down the law?
She can, yeah. Depends on the situation.
Okay,
but
yeah, my wife is the law layer downer. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, got it.
So we had that, and then earlier in the day we had our first nanny interview, and
how'd that go?
The nanny can't speak a lick of English, dude. So
nice.
She's like 55 years old, brought her daughter with her, and she translated for us. But we're like, whenever the daughter's not here, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
So I don't know what's gonna happen there, but it's just an action-packed day. So then we went to the mall. Have you been to a mall lately?
Dude, they're ghost towns. Dude, it's insane. It's literally just like it's shelves of items, at least in like department stores and stuff that I've seen. It's like shelves of items that people ordered online that is just pretty much chaos. You can just kind of walk in, grab a bag.
You can just pick up a bag and walk right
it's
out.
Like the same thing at like any place, any like fast casual restaurant now. I feel like there's just like bags with names, and it's like, oh, all right, just grab that.
Dude, if you want to go into a restaurant and order like live, like you're fucked. Because they have a million like pickup orders to pick from. And in Nordstrom, one of the stores we went into, they have a whole like, I don't want to say it's a quarter of a floor. It's probably like an eighth of the floor. Yeah. It's just all pickup. It's like all shelves with pickup. I know exactly what you're saying.
It's the exact store I'm referencing. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. So, but dude, malls are like fucking depressing as shit now, dude. Like it used to be
depressing.
It used to be the spot when I was a teenager in high school.
Yeah.
It was like you get dropped off Friday evening with the boys, pick up chicks, you know how it goes.
Oh, dude, yeah, go to the movies.
That's right, dude.
Go little double feature, a little hookup action.
You got that right, dude. So
I used to love them all.
Oh, dude, mall's sick.
That is that's a crazy day.
Dude,
that's wild, dude. I don't envy that. That's that sounds like a fucking headache, dude.
What you do today?
Today I started.
Sorry, you were about to like have an impassioned speech about something you hated there, and I cut you off.
No, there's nothing legit. I just hate every single time there's anything at my house that is similar to what you're talking about, where it's like, oh, great. Like now I got to figure this out. Like this is something now I've got to like display how much of a fucking moron I am for one thing. How little of a man I am. And like also my father-in-law is like the most handy person I've ever met in my life.
Same here.
And so for me, I'm just like, you know, she's like used to like a man that could like figure something out. Like and that's me. So I like try to figure things out with YouTube, and sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But
well, and it's funny you say that because my wife's father, my father-in-law, as you would say, was like a mechanic, car mechanic, airplane mechanic, home renovator, like all that shit. So no, literally same situation. Yeah, I always feel when these things come up, and I'm sorry, I'll let you get back to it in a second here, but
I didn't have that exciting of a day.
Okay, when these home improvement things come up, I feel this like drive to like figure it out too. And so my wife is like, just fucking Google it, you idiot. And I'm like,
hold on. Let me just kind of
fuck this up real quick, okay?
Yeah. Let me fuck this up and get like really irrationally upset about it, and then let's figure it out.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah,
exactly.
The way the men work.
That's right. That's how we do it.
My days was pretty good, pretty low key. Started off with a little bit of yoga, doing a little New Year yoga challenge.
You're a yoga guy?
I do. This is probably second or third time I've started off the year with a 30-day yoga thing.
Wow. Wait, are there things called brogas?
There should be.
All right, just on theme with the episode. I don't want to jump the gun, but
thank you. Yes. We probably should. I mean, we're about at the end here of part 1, so let's go. I guess we should bring up the.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah, I guess we can get into it. So you're listening to the Big Topic Show. Big Topic, thank you so much.
How long has it been? Did we just do like 20 minutes before we introduced the show?
We might have. We might have a little 3-parter, baby.
Wow, first one.
Yeah. So welcome to Big Topic. Just every Tuesday, Twitch.
You know the drill.
Twitch, YouTube, all that.
Like, subscribe, donate.
Yeah, donate. We need to talk about some donation infrastructure. Have you noticed on Spotify how like a lot of bands just have like there's like a feature where you can select a charity to donate to, or just like donate directly to the artist?
Oh, really?
And it's just like, why do you have that? That seems so, I don't know.
Dude, the donation thing is big though. Like I remember like when Twitch first came out, the business model was that if you were a streamer, you made your income by people donating. I was like, no one's gonna fucking donate. They're just gonna watch and for free. Like, who cares?
Yeah, but they do.
People donate, dude. People are like gung ho about supporting. And I know you support some Patreon like podcasts. I've done the same. So I get it. People want to like support people they like,
That's
like
true.
us.
Yeah, exactly. There's also like just on TikTok and stuff, like just random girls just have like their Venmo. It's just like,
really?
Just in case you want to send me something, that's fine.
My God.
Yeah. So let's get into this little topic, shall we?
Let's do it.
All right. When the children's animated TV series My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic first aired in 2010, it was apparent that the intended audience was young females. Developed for Hasbro by veteran showrunner Lauren Faust as a revamp of the popular My Little Pony toy franchise, the show quickly managed to attract a different kind of following.
You got that right.
Brony.
That's one way of putting it.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it for sure. I'm excited about this topic, dude. Okay. Yeah, a brony is a term used to describe adult male fans of My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic. The term, a portmanteau of bro, brother, and pony, originated on 4chan in October 2010 as a way for adult fans of the show to distinguish themselves from the show's target demographic of young girls.
I love that term, by the way. Like, it's like cool.
Yeah.
It's bros, dude.
A couple of bros into the ponies, dude. The brony community is known for its strong sense of camaraderie, inclusivity. Many fans organize meetups, conventions, other events where they can bond over their shared love of the show. Bronies are also known for charitable work. A lot of these conventions and stuff, they, have some ties to various causes that I didn't look up. Bronies have a strong online community, which includes forums, social media groups, fan-made art, videos, and fan fiction stories. Many of these fans enjoy the show for its positive themes of friendship, loyalty, and honesty. Many enjoy it because it has bright and colorful animation, and some of them just want to fuck the cartoon ponies. The brony subculture is popular, big topic to study by media and sociology scholars. It's been the subject of academic courses and journals.
I didn't know that.
So, yeah, dude.
Shit.
So let's go. I think because of its being a male-dominated fan culture for a children's thing, people are like, what the fuck? Okay.
That's my reaction.
Yes. Yeah. So today we are going to cover the phenomenon from the innocent bronies to the horny for ponies. Let's dig in.
Let's do it, baby. This is going to be a little tough for me. I love the topic.
Yeah.
But I do feel compelled to bully.
Yeah.
I am disgusted by the whole thing, and I have this like weird anger towards it. Not in like I don't want you to be happy, like because I don't like it type of thing. I'm just like, what? Like, I just don't get it.
It's
and
odd.
I think. Am I correct in my assessment that bronies are the absolute lowest on the social totem pole? Is there anything lower?
I mean, if there is, dude, it's I don't know, dude. I don't know. Well, I mean, yes and no, because a lot of these guys that I was watching, like, they have more friends than I do. Like these guys, true. Yeah, like these guys.
Maybe I'm at the lowest.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking that when I was researching this, I was like teetering on the edge. I was like, do I like this? Like, am I kind of like brony adjacent? Like, but I don't know. But I didn't have quite the visceral reaction as you.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Of disgust. Yes. But I it's weird. And so, yeah, I kind of saw things in two camps. the very innocent, and then so I think there's there's a pretty common theme, or a pretty apparent theme among the innocent version.
True.
That probably also spills over to the saucy side of things.
And I think any of these quote unquote innocent bronies have a little secret that they keep hidden away.
I think so too, dude.
But I hated even Googling this. I mean, I've in passing, I've come across a lot of brony stuff, and I've always loved it because it makes no sense to me. I don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it's just such a bizarre thing for people to kind of cling to. And I do think that there is an element of like, oh, like I like kids shows in general, but here's a community of people that all like the same kids show. So it's like a good way for me to like fit in somewhere and just kind of like nerd out on like really kind of childish entertainment. I don't know did you try watching an episode as part of your research?
I tried. I mean, I watched I watched a lot of stuff, man, in my research for this, dude. I watched a lot of stuff that I can never take back.
Oh no, but I'm sorry to hear that, man.
No, I watched a little bit. I watched a little bit of a couple episodes, and I have some clips and stuff.
Yeah, I'd love to hear about it. I watched season 4. So I didn't watch like, the complete I'm joking. No, I watched 5 minutes. I watched 5 minutes of one of the episodes.
Thinking, dude, like I'm this much of a loser that when you said season 4, I was like, oh, he must be speaking of Generation 4, which was still 2D at that point. It wasn't quite the 3D animation yet in Generation 4. Man.
Yeah, dude, smoking like a true brony. That is what I meant, by the way. And but I'm such a fucking idiot that I fucked it up. But no, I watched the first like 4 or 5 minutes of an episode because I always wanted to. I always wanted to like watch it. I was like, is there some angle to it? Because I remember somebody telling me a long time ago about SpongeBob when I was in high school, and they're like, oh, it's funny. Like if you watch it with your kids or whatever, like there's jokes for adults or whatever. And I'm like, all right, whatever. I don't think so. But I have like since been around kids watching SpongeBob, and I'm like, oh, like, okay, it's funny. It's fine. Like I can see how adults think it's funny or whatever.
Yeah.
No. There was nothing here. Like and the people like describe the show. They're like, oh, I like it because of like the storylines and the script is always like super sharp. All this bullshit. I'm like, no, it's not. It's fucking stupid. It's a kid's show.
I've got some stuff along those lines. About what people like it for. I thought maybe we could start things out real quick, and we could do a real quick overview of the characters.
Great call.
Just to give people a sense of what this is. So let me share real quickly here.
Please.
Okay, so here.
Can you name all these without looking on a list? Can you name all the characters based on their image? That would be impressive.
I can only
and a little concerning.
I don't know if what I'm about to say is more or less concerning because I can only name one, and that's Stage Right. Applejack.
Oh boy. Well, okay. I mean, she clearly is the hottest one.
Okay, thank you. That's what I was gonna wonder. Okay, so we going from left to right here. We've got the My Little Ponies pulled up. There are 6 female ponies, huge eyes, very brightly colored.
And who's the little purple character on the right there?
So the little purple character, he's this little purple and green dragon named Spike, and Spike.
This is cracking me up, man.
Yeah, we'll get there. So let's start at the left here. We got Pinkie Pie on the left here. Okay. This is a pony. She's got a pink body, kind of like
a lot of people like pink. Yeah. Pink's popular.
Yeah, so she's kind of got like okay, I think I'm picking up what you're putting down. So she is funny, talkative,
very funny,
little airheaded.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Apparently. So that's Pinkie Pie. Next, we got Rainbow Dash. She's a Pegasus, sky blue body, multicolored hair. I hear
sharp looking horse.
She's sharp looking. She's supposed to be athletic. I don't know if you can see how cut her arms look compared to the other ones. And then we got the big dog in the middle, Twinkle.
Yeah, who's this?
I'm sorry, Twilight Sparkle. And this is a unicorn.
Dying,
yeah, dude, this is great. This is a unicorn. She's got kind of like a purple streak, kind of got like an emo pink streak in her hair.
Yeah. She's like the big dog though. She's got a crown on. Does she run the show?
Yes. So that's what I gather. So she's the big dog. That little dude, Spike, is her. It's actually her son.
Sex slave? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know, dude. Like, so apparently,
her son?
Yeah, like I have like such little research on it. We got 10. Okay, so we got Spike here.
Oh my god, wait, we're running up on time already?
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is gonna be a 4 or 5 part.
Yeah. So apparently she like birthed him or hatched an egg that he came out of or something. I don't know. But Spike has a crush, actually. So I'm glad we're talking about him now, because the next horse we got here, we got Rarity. And
Rarity.
Rarity looks pretty good. She's got purple hair. She's got a big horn coming off the front of her head. So
that horn's hot, dude.
Yeah, the horn is. Think of the things. It kind of looks like two balls. It kind of looks like a dick and balls, actually. The horn and her head. The way
that's
her head
like
is.
Spike. Yeah,
yeah.
Spike's into it, dude. He's like, I got an idea where you can put that.
So that's why his nickname is Spike. And
right.
so, yeah, she's really stylish into fashion, So, and then next we got Fluttershy, who is, I think she's just a shy pony. She's got some pink hair. She's yellow. And then we got Applejack.
There we go.
Yeah.
Applejack. She's sassy, right?
Yeah. She's the sassy one with a little bit of a southern twang, and she's got a cowboy hat on. So little Southern Belle, Applejack.
Wow, I love that. Now, are you partial to any of these in particular?
I
mean, obviously Applejack is a front runner. I guess outside of Applejack,
I would say, just looking at these pictures of them,
just purely based on image.
Yeah, based on their looks. They all look very similar, just colored differently.
It's true.
But
they all have a different vibe, dude.
They do. So I might be with Spike. I mean, maybe
you like Spike or
no. The what's her name that I just said? I don't remember. That one, and then Applejack probably is maybe a tie. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm all Applejack all day, dude.
I think I am too, dude.
I can't pick anyone else outside Applejack. I know it's a trick question because I made you do it, but I'm not willing to do it.
Okay, thank you, because it's obviously Applejack. But okay. Alrighty. Let's see what we got here.
So that's an overview. So what do you have any idea like what the situation is? Like, I know that there's hijinks.
No, bro, I have no idea. What the origin is. Do you?
No idea like what the general theme is, overarching plot. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't either. I didn't watch a single episode. I watched some like My Little Pony porn and documentaries. So basically, allegedly. So basically, I think that there's villains, and these are the good guys, I guess, and then there's some bad guys. That's all I really got.
Can we check out the villains?
Yeah. Let's once you show those guys.
Let's skip the villains. Yeah. I imagine okay. These are the villains of dude. This is intense, man.
Let's see.
All right, let me pull this up. This is on DeviantArt, so I don't know if this is like actually.
They're spread eagle on these ones.
Yeah, they're all fucking each other, but I imagine these are the right characters.
Okay, let's see.
All right, so I don't have any names or anything, but
no.
Let's take a look here.
They look very Emperor's New Groove type of animation on these guys.
That's true. Good call.
Maybe it's just the style of the deviant artist, but
yeah, could be. There's not much to gather here. I mean, it's kind of what you expect. They're all just black.
Yeah.
I mean, like.
Yeah, man. I mean, they're villains.
You know what I mean? God, come on, dude. That's on you. And let it be known to the audience. That was on you, pal.
Oh, no way.
That's not what I meant.
They look like dark, like ghoulish to me.
Yeah, they're dark.
Yeah,
that's what I meant. They're not African American.
Yeah,
ponies.
dark and spooky ponies.
Yeah, exactly. Not much.
Although now that you mention it, it is a little racist that all of the bad ones are dark.
It is. It truly
odd.
is. I agree. All right, wait. Are all the MLP like the main characters like white or close to white? Like is there any diversity in the cast?
Oh yeah, they're all different colors, dude. We got.
I guess you're right.
Yeah, purple, pink, blue, white.
True.
Applejack, orange.
Applejack, of course. Dude, my algorithm is completely fucked. I even went on incognito mode and it's still like leaking into my algorithm somehow.
So did I, and
It's a disaster.
There's a lot of. This has been the first topic. Like there's like by far the most content online for this than there has been for anything else that we've covered.
maybe second to Spring Hill Jack, but other than that,
yeah, exactly.
Anything that we've looked into.
So did you get into any of the brony speak at all?
Well, no. What's brony speak? I'm intrigued.
Okay, so there's a couple things. So the first thing that bronies do is called ponifying. Are you familiar with that?
I can kind of figure out what it means to some extent. Yeah. Exactly.
So it's kind of like they just make words into kind of like the pony version of that word. So it'd be like saying like everybody. That's like every pony. Yeah, it's like
they said that on the episode I watched.
Yeah, exactly. So so that's it there. When a new fan gets hooked on the show, other fans typically say, "Welcome to the herd." So that's another like that. And then one of my favorite innocent innocent phrases is brohoof. Did you get to that?
Brohoof? No, but I love that. What is that?
Brohoof, dude. So it's
oh my god.
So
it's a fist bump for the
it's a fist bump for bronies, and they call it brohoof.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, very cool. Brohoofs.
Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
I got nothing. I am gonna get into I have some spicy speak too, but I think that might be for the next part. Yeah, I've got some really spicy content. Like it gets very like disgustingly spicy. Exactly. So people at home, please brace yourself. But for the remaining 3 minutes that we have on part 1 here, why don't I cover something that's a little bit more, I guess, benign? Yeah,
which is surprise celebrity bronies.
I love this.
Do you know anything about surprise? Oh, do you? Okay,
I know a couple.
Well, okay. Well, I wonder if they'll kind of intersect with my list here, which is composed of 2 individuals.
So is mine.
Okay. The first, and I'm leaving the big dog for last. Probably the exact same people you have.
Okay.
Did you watch Game of Thrones?
I sure did watch Game of Thrones.
All right. So Hodor.
Yep.
Christian Nairn?
Hodor is a brodor, dude.
That's right. Admits to watching the show and liking Pinkie Pie.
Ooh.
Wait, did I say that right?
I think so.
Yeah, Pinkie Pie.
I think so.
Okay.
It's hilarious that this is a show that you have to admit to liking. It's not just like he said he liked it; he admitted that he liked it.
It's like admitting to like drug use or something. It's like a shameful, taboo thing, especially for adults, obviously. But so that guy's a total fucking blank. And then Bill Clinton.
That I did not come across.
Okay, Bill Clinton on the NPR radio show.
Anything that has a little bit of like,
dude, he loves getting his hands dirty.
Yeah, he does. He does. He loves getting his dick dirty, dude. He loves getting.
He certainly
dirty.
Does.
Yeah.
So on the show, wait, don't tell me on NPR. Have you ever heard this show?
Yeah.
I think it's like they typically do it like in front of a live audience or something, right?
That was my understanding.
Yeah, and I've heard the show in passing before, and they typically have like celebrity guests on, and the celebrity guests answer trivia questions on behalf of somebody in the crowd or a fan of the show. And so if the celebrity guesses right or answers the question right, then that fan, audience member, whatever it is, wins a prize. Okay. So this episode, they have Bill Clinton on, and I listened to the episode.
He's becoming a friend of the show, by the way, with the sex talk and other
stuff. And so Bill Clinton comes on the show and just fucking kills, dude. These people eat up every word he says, man. Like that Southern twang.
How old is he? Like what era? Like Crypt Keeper Bill Clinton or like Sax on Arsenio Hall Bill Clinton?
I'm gonna stay on theme with Big Topic here, and I don't know, but probably. It sounded like an older version, but and we're down to less than a minute. So I'm gonna leave the rest of it for part 2.
Wait till you guys hear this. All right.
Cliffhanger, baby.
See ya.
Later.